This is a peeling motion. A peel is also a big part of the animation principles, and it's not just how something looks, it's also how something moves, a peeling motion. Another animation principle we have here is ease in and out. So we are easing out and easing into the top and then easing out, falling to the bottom pretty fast. One of the things that's going on right now with this bounce is that it feels like a triangle. I want it to feel more like an arc. Arcs are another animation principle, and we want it to feel not like a jagged line, but more of an arc. This is the control that we were using to translate it around. So what we're going to do is take this control, go to its translate Z, because it's translate Z, it's going this way. And making sure that this is behaving like we want it to. So it's actually going fast and trying to hit this point a little sooner. And we can adjust that and bring it back ever so slightly. You see that it's affecting the ball. And now it feels like it's arcing more. And it's the same for this. Let's even just delete this key. Now it feels like an arc. And we can do kind of the same thing for the other one. This curve feels a little better. It is arcing in the first part, but we need it to arc a little bit more here, so let's delete this. Let's make sure this curve is nice and clean. So now I think that's too big of an arc, because now it feels like it's going straight down from this point. So what we can do is bring it back. So now all we have to do is polish. So when we're polishing, we just have to look at a few things. We want to look at some timing stuff and some arc stuff and spacing stuff. We want to see if things are hitting walls, like imaginary walls, right here. The top of the ball hits the wall and then comes back down with even spacing and then eases out kind of weirdly. We don't want that. We can use the graph editor for this. So it's coming back down, coming in. Let's have it already start going to the left more. And then when it's coming up, let's have it just ease out more. And then when it's coming back down, this section here, we can have it ease out again. Set a key there. So now we have some pretty nice clean curves here. And even here we could have a nicer curve. And now the question is, do we even need this big of an overshoot? I don't think so. I think we can bring it down. I think we could have a bigger squash. actually even smaller. A lot of times this is just watching it over and over and seeing what sticks and what doesn't. Let's actually exaggerate the timing a little bit. This arc is still concerning me. Let's fix this arc. It still feels like it's going straight down. Bring this back a little bit. That's better. I actually have a hotkey that hides controls. If you want to go to show, control NURBS curves on and off. These are NURBS curves, so you can kind of flick them on and off. So let's just exaggerate some timing. I just want to exaggerate the timing of this last bounce here. It feels like it's easing in a little too much, because what we want to see from a ball bounce is not easing in that much on the bounce. It's more so we want to see it being affected by gravity and being forced to the ground. That doesn't really mean it's easing in unless it has another force that it could use to slow its momentum down. So we can go to our translate Y curve, and these are kind of messy, so we can clean it up also. Here, we can actually just rotate it out. What this is going to do is that it's going to increase the hang time and make it so it stays at the top a little bit longer. And then the spacing on the way down will be a little greater. Honestly, I would actually just move it up, all the keys up one frame. That might help it a lot too. Now it feels like it has a little more weight. The last thing we want to do is just play blast. So if you right click on the timeline, go to this little window, this box here, it'll open up a window. You want these settings. Right here, just pause the video if you need to copy them. I'm going to name the movie file ball bounce. Make sure to press apply. It's going to go through and kind of create a video, and it should pop up. Yep, I'm using Keyframe MP. It's a free download. You can use that. And now we can see this in real time, not in Maya. A lot of times it'll feel really choppy in Maya because of how heavy the rig is. In this case, it doesn't really do that because it's just a ball. It's not affecting so much geometry. But when you get to characters, this can start to become an issue. So play blasting is a very healthy thing to do when looking at your animation to make sure you're looking at things accurately and evaluating things accurately. There's always more stuff to polish, but this looks good for now. So now you know how to animate a ball bounce. That's huge. Everyone animates a ball bounce first. Don't be discouraged if it's too basic. If you think it's too basic, it's amazing. So in the next lesson, we're going to add a tail to that and learn some overlap.